Walls are down in New Orleans Square. I went to Cotino. We'll update you on the downtown Disney construction. And we've got walls up in Hollywood. All that and more coming up next on Fresh Baked. Hi guys, David here with Fresh Baked, and when I first saw these images, I could not get to the computer fast enough to start writing up a report. These images, courtesy of our friend Dylan from Theme Park Obsession, who was cool enough to not only give me a heads up that walls were down in New Orleans Square, but he even shot some video for us as well. So go find our friend Dylan at Theme Park Obsession, tell him thank you for us, and check out his videos. In the meantime, let's get into what's happened at New Orleans Square. This first shot looks to be from approximately the French Market area. At first, you might be thinking, I don't get it. What happened? Looks pretty normal to me. But there used to be two levels in this shot. Two levels separated by steps. This is a shot from the opposite side of those steps in question, from just before they put walls up. Those steps are gone. That lamp just sitting there by itself, you may remember it from that shot we got last week. There it is. All that is now filled with concrete. Man, this got done way quicker than I thought it would, at least this part of it. I mean, they're not done yet. Here's another view. This is facing the French Market, the farthest end of the site being updated. And you can see just how wide open things have been made. My eyes simply cannot process what I'm seeing. It's kind of wild. I want to see the steps there. My eyes want to put the steps in there, the little stairs. Here's Dylan walking us through the space a little bit. Reverse view again from before. Try to imagine Dylan walking at us and through frame from this shot. And this is kind of what I feared at the outset of this project. They've added a whole bunch of open space, which is great, but it's come at the cost of a lot of the character, the individuality that makes New Orleans Square what it is. The planters and the steps gave New Orleans Square a quality that it kind of doesn't have here. But I'm going to try to withhold judgment for a bit. I'm not all the way there yet. I'm going to want to walk through the land and see for myself how it looks and feels in person. Also, you can see in the background of this footage that there are still walls up. The project is not completely finished. Looks like only the areas in front of the French Market are complete, with work still ongoing in front of Cafe Orleans. There's also new work beginning in front of the Pirates of the Caribbean, where I was in the parks just a couple of days ago and I got this shot from the bridge over the Pirates entrance. They had torn up the concrete in that area. Since then, they've extended the walls out towards the river. This shot again from the Pirates Bridge, looking out into the river, in the direction of the river. And the concrete you see, I'm pretty sure, is the old concrete, and the dirt area is what they've begun digging up. In this shot, I'm standing right about where the walls end with that triangular planter just inside the construction walls. So that's your before image. Now what I'm curious about is why? This area in front of the Pirates of the Caribbean entrance is already flat and pretty wide open, which was the intent of the other project, the other areas, is to flatten it out and make it more open and create more space. But there was plenty of space before in front of Pirates. So what are they looking to do here? And for the moment, that's actually a very specific slice of concrete that they've dug up. I don't know if they're going to dig up more, but it's odd that they would start in the middle like that. It makes me think that that is the purpose. That is the stretch of concrete that they're looking to work on. Now, one thing that we can observe is that there are two kinds of concrete in that area. To the left of the triangular planter, as you face it, is the plain gray concrete with no texture at all. But the concrete to the right of the triangular planter is stamped concrete, giving it sort of a tiled texture. And I'm wondering if they may be doing something in this regard. Otherwise, I can't figure what the goal is here with this project, with this part of the project. But stay tuned to Fresh Baked, because when this is done, we'll do a full walkthrough of the area and give everyone a complete idea of what they've done, how it looks, and how it feels. It's going to be fun to walk through this when everything is done. But for now, let's go to Rancho Mirage, because I went to Cotino. Here it is. That's Cotino. We drove around the perimeter of the entire site, all 4 streets, creating which basically is a giant square. By the way, for those wondering why I'm in the desert talking about Cotino, or what even is Cotino, this is Cotino. This is what Disney is building. Well, sort of Disney. It's complicated. But what it is a community of single-family homes, condos, custom estates, possibly a hotel or 2, and in the middle of it all, this beach. It's a new business adventure that they're getting into, creating these resort communities. This is the first of its kind. There's going to be many more across the country, but it all starts here at Cotino in Rancho Mirage. This place is huge. It's huge. It's enormous. It's endless. There are just, I don't even know how many square miles of dirt and sand here right now. This place is huge. No joke, man. There is so much land here. They could build anything they want, which apparently they're going to, including a beach and hotels and homes and estates and everything.
This is huge, yeah. And it stops. Okay, so it ends right there.
No, this is still it.
No, it's
still all of this. Yeah. Oh yeah, look, there's stuff out there.
This is gonna be like.
There's trucks.
Yeah, there's trucks over here.
If we could find another place to pull over.
Definitely not right here, because we would die. Yeah, I mean, that mountain view, it's gonna be like Palm Springs, yeah.
I can't get over how it's gonna be like its own town.
It is gonna be its own town. That's what Disney does. Is they try to.
Well, Disney, you're
there'll
smart.
There'll be a whole market.
You can make it right. Do you want to make it right?
Yeah.
There's
going to be a little village, shops, restaurants.
Yeah, like can people outside
yes.
go in? Okay, cool. Okay, that's exciting.
Oh,
That's cool. That's cool.
You can for a fee you can go in and use whatever facilities are there.
So is it technically Rancho Mirage?
We're in Rancho, yes.
I love Rancho Mirage. I would live out here.
So there's give me a perspective.
Oh, look at all those cars.
Now I'm going to pull over. And I actually did catch the very beginnings of the construction as well. Right in the middle of the frame here is a water truck coming right at us, and he's making a way to that water tank. And that's some kind of, I don't know, it looks like a combine to me, but for dirt. And here's our water truck guy. He's going to fill up with water so they can use it for wherever it is that they're working on that enormous, expansive land.
Yeah, there's someone even up there.
What you doing, sir? Oh, look, they're spraying it.
Yeah, they're using it to get the ground ready. We also found where the work vehicles will be entering, and you can see a truck way off in the distance back there. So that's where we are today with Cotino. I have to say, it was kind of exciting being there at the very beginning, the literal infancy of what is going to wind up being an enormous project for Disney.
So she'll probably remember how.
Oh, it's not hard to find this place. Yeah, you can just look for the giant unused.
All right,
lot.
Naving home.
No, we're still recording.
Oh.
I'm gonna take it through the whole square.
Okay. Wow.
This is humongous.
It's gonna be all of this.
That's why I say I feel like people aren't gonna understand unless you really see it in real life how big this is.
Do we actually have an estimate year of when it'll be done?
Yeah.
So it could be like years.
It will be years.
Like 10 plus years, yeah.
Well, I don't know about 10 years. The phase 1 will probably be done because they're not building any. It's just homes, homes and a hotel.
Oh, there's gonna be a hotel.
There will be a hotel.
Oh, okay. That's exciting.
Well, I think they said probably. The language they used was that they're exploring it, they're working on it. But that sounds like a yes to me. There's Bob Hope. It's not a theme park. Heck, it's not even really a Disney-owned property. They don't own this place. It's just the name. But still, this is going to be quite something to watch evolve over the years. Think about it. This is day 1 of 700 or whatever. It's kind of like a Galaxy's Edge situation, but it probably won't take us long. Not sure how often we'll be updating from Cotino, but we do get out to the desert fairly often. So there's a good chance Cotino will be joining the Knothole gang for a little while. So that's two very interesting updates this week, which will kind of make this update from Downtown Disney kind of mundane, but we're on the monorail just the same. Looks like they finished extracting all that concrete from below grade, and most of the debris has been removed from the site. Actually, we've got a look from the Disneyland Hotel, courtesy of Fresh Baked Street Teamer Adrian. And yes, it does look like Disney is building another pool. Got the deep end here, shallow end here. Not as big, though, as the pool at Star Wars Land. And that's for all of you who've been watching our construction reports going back that far, all the way to Star Wars Land. But yeah, this site looks pretty clean. Just the one pile there in the right of frame. Perhaps by next week or the week after, everything will be removed and we can start the wait for visible construction. It's going to be a while. It's going to take a little while before we start getting vertical. I'm thinking months. But every week we're getting a little bit closer to seeing what it is that they've got in store for us. Okay, one more stop, and that's at Hollywood Boulevard, where a little while back, new walls popped up in front of the animation building. Just like the walls we've seen previously all up and down Hollywood Boulevard. Now, I don't really have anything to add, in terms of what it is they might be doing here, but I did want to point it out so that I could show you the results of what they did on the other side of the street, a month or two ago. Pretty clear whatever they were doing was under the concrete, or maybe just new concrete, for no other reason. They replaced this concrete, but not this concrete. This concrete, not that concrete, or those steps. Walls are also up at the entrance to the back lot. I'm not sure if this is more the same, hard to say. The areas where the walls are, there isn't any kind of show elements. It's just more concrete. So I have a feeling this is non-guest facing work that they're doing. It's more, could be electrical, who knows. But it's more probably concrete or under the concrete type stuff. And finally, while we're here at the back lot, Captain Marvel's jet has been removed. And this can only mean one thing. Encanto. Follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBakedDisney, that's fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBakedDisney. If you like our show and want to show your support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbaked. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, everybody. We love you very much. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And fresh baked.